Xrp Xlm Xyo Floki, sell everything. This is NC Hammer Crypto. My name's Neil. We keep technical analysis short and sweet. I've been getting more and more into Bitcoin, looking at how it's reacting and making the other markets do their thing. But we see that it is trying to hold some support off the 618 Fibonacci retracement from here to here. Can Bitcoin potentially be pushing down towards the 108? Yes, that's a possibility. However, we have to get through some resistance zones. Ideally, we want to be staying above the 112 as shown on the Fibonacci, this gray area. But as long as we're staying above that area, we are in the clear for takeoff. And the altcoin season is just about to start. Within the end of this year, you will start seeing major pumps on a lot of coins. But first, they have to shake out the weak hands or people that don't know what they're doing, grab a bunch of liquidity, and then take off. Moving over to Floki. Floki's hit the 618 multiple times. It is testing underneath this upward trend line we had. It's trying to hold support above that 200 EMA. RSI looks good, forming a W pattern. We could always readjust this, but it's not the best idea to. Saying that's the upward trend line, we could start seeing this fill back up to the 0.00012 and then back up to this area. When we close above this, the next stop is up in this area at 0.0002. Moving into near. Near is looking very healthy as well. Inverse head and shoulders. We mainly just need to get above that 200 EMA. RSI looks good. Volume's not on this chart, but everything looks to be building higher lows. And so we want to see that start building up and trying to get over this black downward trend line. And then we'll start seeing some movement with near. XYO, long consolidation build up. But if you look at these boxes and these boxes down here, we see we had a major pump. We had that consolidation with a drawback, and then a push up, and then a retracement, being the retracement. And now once we get over that 200 EMA and this downward trend line, what's next to come is a major push up, consolidation, major push up. This is not financial advice in any way. This is just what I see in the market, and breaking this downward trend line is very, very important, as we have touched it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So it's getting weaker and weaker, and we just need to bust through that, over that 200 EMA, and the sky is the limit for XYO. XRP, I don't know why I do XRP, because it's just dollar cost average. Keep putting your money into it. That's all you really need to do. It's forming inverse head and shoulders, or trying to. It needs to break the downward trend line, ultimately getting over 3.4. And as you see, I said this was an important day. Could be a major push up. It was a major push down. And so we are just consolidating, grabbing liquidity. RSI looks healthy. Volume just needs to pick up. And I believe we'll see some more news within this area. But ultimately, I think by the end of the year is when we're going to start seeing some major movement with XRP. So definitely stack your bag. Same with XLM. XLM doing similar pattern. I got a lot of bars in here. But essentially, it needs to break this downward trend line. Filling out within this triangle pattern in the fair value gap in between these two darker red lines, which is what I had placed previously. So we just need to see it break this downward trend line, and then XLM will start to take off. If Bitcoin starts to pull back, we want to see if we get some support on this upward trend line. If it does not, we could potentially retrace to the 200 EMA. But XLM is looking very healthy, just like XRP. Spell is looking a little bit better, still needing to break above the 200 EMA. So not a lot to say on that. Mainly just want to see it get above that 200 EMA and this downward trend line before entering a trade on Spell. And then Hbar, and then 2 others. Hbar, trying to make sense of it. Just an upward trend line. And trying to break out of this downward trend line. If we can do that, obviously bullish. If we break downwards, we could be seeing it touch the 200 EMA as well for a quick moment at 20 cents before ultimately reversing and coming back up and breaking the previous high. LCX is looking better as well. LCX mainly as well needs to break over that 200 EMA before looking at a better entry. Not a whole bunch of volume on the sell-off, but a lot of volume right here whenever there is a bunch of buys. So once we break over this 200 EMA, we can expect that push up towards the 1760 and 20 cent mark. So keep an eye on LCX as it is building higher lows now, and it may be a little bit better to see it on an inverted scale. This is typically maybe test this line and then retrace with more aggression. So that's kind of it for this video. Actually, XDC, why not? XDC, let's see. In the bigger picture, I mean, it's in consolidation and moving a little bit downwards. The Fibonacci retracement from the bottom to the top is right at that 200 EMA. So we may see it come down to this 200 EMA before getting some more support. But ultimately, we need to break above this area, which we can clearly see is a double top like that. So with that being said, kind of waiting on an entry on XDC. You can also trade it on MEXC. I have reference links in the description below. And good luck. Have fun with it. I'll see you on the next one.